Tony Tone Show, Vintage Sound, 93.1 FM. Just got done playing AC/DC Ride On. Last night, I was laying on the couch, hanging out. My wife and kids had gone to bed, so I thought. And I was not on Facebook at the time. I was just kind of relaxing. And my wife sent me a message from upstairs saying that F-Man Charlie, or Uncle Charlie, or Charlie, had passed away. If you've spent any time in Conesville over the years, at the various rallies and former rodeo, and there's one thing you know for sure, and that is the voice of Charlie, Bleep Man, as I so lovingly called him on the radio for a number of years now. The time that I have spent and will again spend in Conesville has always been enjoyable. The first time I was down there was 4 years ago, 2013. I had never seen anything like it before, and I can tell you that between Possum and Bleep Man, F-Man Charlie, they made me feel right at home. And every year or every event, when I would go back to Conesville, I would get the biggest welcome on that PA system. Well, look who just showed up, boys and girls. Tony Tone from 90. Oh, I can't even do it justice. Charlie would play the radio station over the PA, and the first thing I would do when I would get to Conesville, I would park the car near his little announcer perch, and I'd walk up the stairs, and we'd give each other a big what's going on, high five or handshake, bro hug, and we'd start shooting the breeze. So what I put on Facebook last night was a story from Memorial Day weekend, the Redneck Revival a couple years ago. I camped out. It was the first time that I spent the night in Conesville, and I camped out in the area where Bleep Man or F-Man Charlie would hold down. Like, he's like, you park your car right over there, and you got a tent. I'm like, yep, cool. So, Conesville is a party. And I had decided I was ready to go to bed. It was about 1 a.m. I was good. And then I was asleep. And at around 4 a.m., here comes Charlie yelling like a wild man, throwing a beer in my tent. What are you doing sleeping in there? I was like, I'm awake. Last time I saw Charlie, he surprised the hell out of me when he came a couple times to bike night in Wilton at Froze, and I really appreciated it. He was always so happy to see me, and I hope that he knows the feeling was mutual. And this is not an easy loss because so many people knew Charlie from going to those rallies. I don't know how long he announced, 20 years. I don't know for sure, but he was there every time that I was down there, no matter what. He was up in that announcer's perch, having a good time. He'd always share a Budweiser if I needed one, which I greatly appreciated, especially when it was hot. And he was a good man. So I don't know when funeral or wake arrangements are yet. It's still so fresh, Charlie was involved in a terrible motorcycle accident on Saturday. He was airlifted to Iowa City, and the damage that was done from that accident was just too much. So, yeah, it sucks. It's never easy when it's... we were friends, right? So even though I didn't see him that often, Charlie was one of those guys, for me, I could go a couple months without seeing him, and then I'd run into him, and it'd be like, hey, what's up? Like, you have people like that you pick right back up with. You don't skip a beat. That's kind of how our rapport was. So for the support that he gave, and honestly, and I'm not trying to make it about me, but the guy really supported the hell out of the radio station and me personally, and almost kind of made it okay for me to be in Conesville, right? Because I didn't know if I was going to fit in definitely the first time down there. I didn't know what I was doing. And by the second or third time, I'd look forward to seeing everybody and familiar faces. Of course, Possum and Pam and Becky, but there was old Charlie. We had so much fun a couple of years ago recording a commercial. I don't know if I have it, but I'm gonna really try and find it, because I had to convince him, Charlie, a little bit to come in, but I knew it would be good, right? I knew he would do a good job, so I wanted it to happen. Oh, is this it right here? Hold on, let me preview it for a second. Oh, that's it. All right, listen to this. This is our dearly departed friend, F-Man Charlie, doing a radio ad for Redneck Revival a couple years ago.
I can't believe they're putting me on the radio. This is your old pal, F-Man Charlie, and I'm here to invite you motherfuckers. What? I can't say that. Fine. I'm here to tell you about the Redneck Revival presented by Conesville, Iowa Rallies. This here is going to be one party you don't want to miss. Hey, it starts on Friday, May 23rd with live music, Bob the Bull, the famous What T-shirt contest, and tons of vendors all day long. You'll find me on the drag strip. We'll be running cars, trucks, motorcycles, mini bikes, ATVs, golf carts, and even a motorhome or two. All bikes must be brought in on trailers. Come see your old friend here, F-Man Charlie, during Redneck Revivals May 23rd through the 25th. And remember, on Sunday is Kid Day. Bring the kids out to see the mud bogs. The cost is only $35 a weekend pass. Get more details on the fancy internet at ConesvilleRallies.com. I'll see you soon, motherfucker. Forget it. Just come party with us.
That was such a fun commercial to make. And the best part is when we started airing that, somebody complained. Like, well, it's tongue-in-cheek. Some stiff, lame person complained. Oh, that commercial's kind of offensive. Anyways, I'm thinking about my buddy. And if I get the information about when services will be for Charlie, I will let you know as soon as I find out. But in the meanwhile, rest in peace, pal. And if you were friends with Charlie, or if you knew him, and there's any songs that can help you, just text him to me, 563-263-9393. What I know about music is that it has incredible powers when it comes to healing. And, and maybe there's a song that that Charlie loved. I'll play it. Let's do it. Today's the day. And for those of you that were friends with him, I'm sorry for your loss, and especially for his family, obviously. Feel deeply sorry for them. Total shock to the system, I'm sure. I can't even imagine. So rest in peace, buddy, and thanks for your support. And I know that I'll see you on the other side, and I have to imagine Charlie at this moment is looking down with a microphone in his hand, playing some tunes, maybe a guitar, and smiling.